What if I told you that the world's first billionaire didn't live in New York, didn't build tech companies, and never even used electricity? More than 1,300 years ago, one man became richer than anyone in human history, so wealthy that even today economists struggle to calculate his fortune. His name was Mansa Musa. And this is the story of how a quiet ruler from Africa became the richest person the world has ever known, and why history almost forgot him. Long before skyscrapers, stock markets, and billionaires, Africa was home to one of the most powerful empires on Earth. It was called the Mali Empire. At its peak in the 1300s, Mali controlled vast areas of West Africa, including land rich in gold, salt, and trade routes. These weren't small resources. At the time, West Africa produced over half of the world's gold. And at the center of this empire stood one man, Mansa Musa, the king of Mali. But unlike many rulers, Musa didn't just inherit wealth, he multiplied it. Mansa Musa was born into royalty, but no one expected him to become legendary. He became king in 1312 after his predecessor left on an expedition and never returned. Suddenly, Musa controlled one of the most resource-rich empires in the world. But what made him different was not just his power, it was his vision. Instead of hoarding wealth, he invested in education, cities, trade, and culture. He believed that wealth should build a civilization, not just a palace. And that belief would soon shock the entire world. In 1324, Mansa Musa decided to make a journey, a pilgrimage to the holy city of Mecca. But this wasn't an ordinary trip. He traveled with tens of thousands of people, including soldiers, officials, and servants. And with them came something even more shocking: gold. So much gold that it changed entire economies. Every stop along the journey, Musa gave away gold to the poor, to merchants, and to leaders of cities. People had never seen anything like it. In cities like Cairo, his generosity was so massive that the price of gold dropped, not for days, but for years. Even today, economists say that Mansa Musa's journey caused one of the largest financial disturbances in history, simply because he was too rich. So, how rich was Mansa Musa? Modern experts have tried to calculate his wealth, but it's nearly impossible. Why? Because he didn't just own gold, he owned the land where gold came from. He controlled mines, trade routes, and entire cities. Some estimates place his wealth at the equivalent of over $400 billion today. Others believe it was even higher. That would make him richer than Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and every modern billionaire combined. But unlike today's billionaires, Musa's wealth didn't sit in bank accounts. It flowed through real goods: gold, salt, books, buildings, and people. After returning from his famous journey, Mansa Musa didn't stop. He used his wealth to transform Mali into a center of learning. He built libraries, mosques, and schools.
The city of Timbuktu became one of the world's greatest centers of education. Scholars traveled from Europe, the Middle East, and Africa just to study there. At a time when many parts of the world had limited access to education, Mali was filled with books, teachers, and universities. Musa believed that knowledge was the greatest form of wealth, and his empire reflected that belief. So if Mansa Musa was the richest man ever, why don't most people know his name? The answer is simple. History was written by those who came later, and many African empires were left out of global storytelling. European records mentioned Musa because they were shocked by his wealth. But much of Mali's history was passed down through oral tradition, stories, songs, and memory. As centuries passed, those stories faded, and the world forgot one of its greatest success stories. Until now.
So the next time you hear the word billionaire, remember, the first one didn't live in a skyscraper. He ruled from the sands of Africa, and his name was Mansa Musa.